welcome back to the Over Manga Cast. My name is Sam, and as always, here at the top of the show, we talk about our familiarity with what we watched this week. Well, it's the final week of No Read November for you. It's the final movie for us in a very, very long weekend.
Our suffering is over.
For another year. So, really, this one, we all know what we know about Dragon Ball, because we've done several Dragon Ball things already. So, I suppose the real question becomes, did you know that this existed before we randomly found it on Amazon Prime? Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins?
I literally saw the cover art for it, and it looked like a fake bootleg Dragon Ball thing. And it was, in fact, a fake bootleg Dragon Ball thing, except somehow they got the license to use the title.
Yeah. About the same for you, Matt J.
I think there is one scene in this I have seen before, clipped. I didn't know the context it was from.
You mean you didn't immediately recognize the timeless tale of Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball?
Well, yes, when I saw the clip, I was just like, oh, this is like some Dragon Ball fan art or something. Not this.
Oh.
Which, obviously, we do need to say, Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins has nothing to do with the works of Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure.
It explicitly says so in the credits.
Okay, then we absolutely know.
All right.
I missed that.
I also missed that because my brain had shut down by that point. I no longer existed.
Well, you see, after the opening credits sequence,
which includes a magic golden dragon made of really bad CG.
And we were like, oh, this is super impressive CG for 1991, the release date of this movie. Then we realized we were watching the
remastered edition.
The digitally remastered edition.
From 2007.
So maybe, we don't know if they added new CGI. So it might be good graphics, we're not sure.
It's hard to tell.
The video game sequence was added after the fact.
We'll get there.
That, yeah.
So we open up with the only thing that we possibly could.
Star Wars.
Alien spaceships approaching the Earth.
You see, there are aliens.
Yes.
They are Star Wars-ass spaceships. It is something.
And they go to attack a village in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Or somewhere.
They attack the village TM.
It looks very Thailand.
Yeah. There's some ceremony going on. A dude with a mustache is becoming the new village chief, and therefore he becomes the new keeper of the Dragon Pearl.
Because all of the serial numbers were in fact filed off.
A glass orb bought from a TJ Maxx that has a star etched into it and a bad CGI dragon swirling around within its depths.
A funny thing, this really provides some additional context to why, if you look up a Dragon Ball set, a lot of them are those clear pearl things. I'm not joking about this.
Shit, you're right.
Aww.
That suddenly it's all coming together. Okay, well, he is becoming the new village chief. He's getting the Dragon Pearl, and then the aliens attack.
The aliens attack with the ultimate kung fu power of gun.
Shooting the laser beams from their ships.
These aliens then land, and they're basically Power Rangers villains.
All of the enemies are straight up Sentai, not even Sentai, specifically Power Rangers villains.
I was very clear. They are designed like Power Rangers specifically.
We have an army of faceless minions in vague sci-fi armor, and then two leaders. One of which is a dude whose face is painted blue, and the other is just
it's a lady in a stupid outfit.
Yes.
And the main villain is a guy in a silicone mask. It's literally Power Rangers. It's not even Sentai.
It's not even a bad, It's not even a bad costume for the monster. Like
For the monster, yes.
The monster leader, Oz.
Oz the Great and Powerful, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good tokusatsu monster.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the main guy general, who is... I forget his name.
I don't think he has one.
Wikipedia is telling me his name is Zabrata, but I don't know
I
where
thought it started with a J.
I don't know where Wikipedia got these names from, because they're certainly not the ones the movie used.
We're pretty sure the subtitles were AI generated as well.
Something. They felt like someone wrote down what the dub was, so I don't know.
The hundreds of extras run in terror from the lasers as they're all gunned down by the enemy.
Some of them have sci-fi guns. Other of them just have
Guns.
toy AR-15s from Party City.
I do want to point out, though, that you were talking about how good the costuming was. Zabrata, on the other hand, just has some big, thick sunglasses to look like he's a T-1000, and his skin is blue?
Only on his face,
It's
though.
hard to tell
They
because
do eventually paint his arm, yes.
it looks like he had blue body paint that they kind of gave up putting on halfway through.
They needed to use it all on Pigsy.
We'll get to that. Please, let it stall for as long as we can.
So, they attack the temple. The monks use their magic monk powers to protect the village chief.
Ineffectually.
Until the alien leader is just like, haha, I have laser beams. Die, monks. I will take the dragon pearl now. Wahahaha. Now if I find the other 6, the heavens will explode with light, and I will have ultimate power. Where is the other dragon pearl? Well, you see, master, it is rumored that the next dragon pearl is to the east, being kept by a powerful man. Sparkle.
The plot says we need to meet the main character next.
And we go to Grandpa Gohan and Goku. I mean, Sparkle and Monkey Boy.
And, this is then just a comedy scene for, 10 minutes where they just do martial arts comedy routines on each other.
It's not bad wire fu. It's pretty good.
It's great. It's very
There's a
entertaining.
part of me that wants to compliment their final showdown being rock, paper, scissors, because that's the Junken Ken, but also it's Dragon Ball The Magic Begins, so I don't know if they did that on purpose or not.
But, they fight, Grandpa Gohan, or Sparkle, wins the Kung Fu match, but then Monkey Boy wins the Junken, but he still loses overall, so he's got to go get dinner. We already had Tiger yesterday, we had Lion the day before, Elephant's too tough for my old man teeth, so go get me some fish. I'm gonna go get a crocodile.
That's a good fish.
yeah.
It's very Dragon Ball.
That's fair. That is.
Also, depending how your language works, technically.
Obtain aquatic creature.
Yes.
They have a crocodile prop that is very funny.
Look, it's also a puppet, essentially, except it's really bad.
Monkey Boy fights the crocodile puppet. It laughs at him. He puts the Niebo, the magic stick, in its mouth. None of these have their actual names. It's the magic insert item here. Magic stick, magic cloud.
Magic does early on called the Nuevo Magic Stick.
Come, Magic Cloud.
Oh, magic cloud.
We'll get to that.
But Crocodile get, and we intersperse that with a girl in a safari outfit driving a jeep. She is overtaken temporarily by some
People in APCs,
which are the bad guys.
they're the baddies.
The baddies.
And then it's the classic, girl runs over boy with car, and then shoots boy
the boy.
with gun.
And it doesn't work.
It's
a-
Bulma meets Goku.
Yeah.
It is a recreation of their introduction.
Sito, I believe they call her.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's Sito in this.
Hey, you can't touch me! Oh yeah, my grandpa said that boys shouldn't touch girls. Otherwise, that makes them a rapist!
and they say rapist in unison, and it's a joke.
And it's a bonding moment or
They
something.
instantly become best friends.
Yep.
That sure is what happens in this movie.
It was really funny for me. I was not expecting that.
We had to go back and confirm that was what happened because none of us could believe it.
The bad guys attack the house. Grandpa Sparkle fights for a bit. Walls...
They use the burrowing technique and then grenade, and I think that's what happens.
He used the burrowing technique, except the way that he uses it implies he needs to go through pre-dug tunnels, because he goes through an escape tunnel in the floor of the house and
No, I
appears
think
in the
that's
well.
just because of the set. I think that was just a set
Probably
thing.
just because of the set. Either way, for some reason he goes to the well and then decides to pop his head out of the well like a gopher so that they can see him and then fire a grenade into the tunnel so that he gets exploded.
The best part is consistently they're firing grenades out of underslung grenade launchers on their Party City props, and you can see the baseball that gets thrown and is still there after the explosion goes off.
Yep. So Grandpa Sparkle is disappeared. Monkey Boy is very upset by this. He and Sito ride an elephant for a while, and this is how you can tell it's not Goku, because he doesn't even want to eat.
In fact,
Let's talk about the beef jerky. Can we talk about the beef jerky and not go to the next scene, please?
I mean, the beef jerky is definitely worth the discussion because I don't know.
That was such a weird gag, because Bulma was like, hey, you want...
Do you
Sito's
think
like...
it was a localized gag, maybe for the culture of, like...
Probably. It was
Yeah.
probably like, hey, the company I got this from says it's beef jerky, and then he bites into it and he's like, this isn't beef jerky, it's spider and monkey meat. Because, of course, the wild man can tell the flavors of the meats apart.
Yeah.
And then Sito goes, ew!
I've been eating this in the time. Sometimes it's better not to know, I guess.
Yeah, that's why you don't ask how the sausage gets made.
Yeah.
Speaking of pork...
Ignorance is bliss.
Speaking
We
of
were ignorant of this movie until this.
Speaking of pork, hey guys, you remember Oolong?
Oh, God.
Yeah, Oolong. It's such a great character. I'm sure he's aged very appropriately into this modern era. In fact, I think he'd have a good political campaign ahead of him. I'm sure there's no horrifying imagery of him maybe at a Halloween party in college. Oh, no, I'm getting word. Yeah, Oolong's been canceled. He did a blackface.
He did a black everything. The entire body is painted black with the pig nose prosthetic and ears. He's got the rake. He's chasing after a girl.
It's very uncomfortable.
It's exceedingly uncomfortable. Thankfully, Monkey Boy beats the crap out of him.
In a very, very long sequence.
Yeah, and it beats the crap out of him until he returns to his true form. A guy.
And he's just a guy for the rest of the movie, and we don't have to talk about that anymore.
Which means it was an active choice for him to turn into the blackface pig man.
We don't have to talk about it.
There is also the scene where he turns into several, I can only assume, models?
Yeah.
Like,
They were just, like, flipping through models.
just a bunch of different, just, like, attractive women who are just being, like, shown through, because I guess they had them on set, and we're
Yeah,
like,
I guess. Because he has to show off his magical transformation powers, done with his special magic ritual, me, as he slaps himself across the head and shoulders.
Yep.
Why can you do that? Why do you remember that?
I don't remember the whole thing.
Transformation.
we watched this, like, 20 minutes ago at this point, Jacob.
I'm trying to purge it from my mind.
He did it 3 times!
Yeah! What the heck?
There's one lyric he needed to remember.
I'm trying to purge it from my mind.
Well, Jacob, you know it existed. I was a witness to this.
I'll be haunted for the rest of my days.
All we know is that Pigsy is a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's me.
He then turns into a bat because he's just like, by the way, I was just tricking you! And Goku's just, I'm sorry. And then Monkey King is just like, hey, no, don't you fly? Because he can fly on the magic pole.
I think he can just fly.
I think he can just fly.
It's not very clear.
Which makes the cloud
He
later kind
He
of...
just wire... Maybe the magic cloud is faster? I don't know, but he can just kind of wire foo fly.
Yeah.
Because he's not... He can't fly faster than a car can drive. Because
Except
Sito,
he can because...
Sito catches up to him in the Jeep.
But she doesn't catch up to him when he's going back to the house.
I don't know, man.
It doesn't matter. Well, she didn't have the car then. It got blown up.
Yeah.
No,
Wait.
No, in the beginning when he was going to the house.
I don't know. Look.
It doesn't matter.
The point being, Pigsy says that, hey, I'm the 91st descendant of the Pig Fairy. Huh? I'm the 91st descendant of the Monkey King. That means we're brothers, because
It
our
has to have some significance in number 91, or
probably...
It's probably some deep cut Journey to the West reference.
I think it might be a numeral, or what is that? It's part of like the multiplication to get to 108, probably.
maybe. Yeah, but it's just like, I feel like that number may be culturally significant for them to be like, yes,
Probably.
yeah.
Or it was just a random big number.
Yeah. Either way, they're blood brothers now, so we need to continue our journey to the journey to get the Dragon Pearls.
Well, no, before we can do that, we have to introduce McCree.
McCree from Overwatch!
Not Yamcha. And in all honesty, this guy did more and was more successful than Yamcha ever was in any incarnation, so make of that what you will.
It's the bandit, Westwood, and his parrot friend, Miss Snow White.
And he's dressed like Clint Eastwood from like a Fistful of Dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a bar.
He has a gun.
Yes, he has the gun bar, BAR. I forget what it stands for, but it's literally an LMG.
Mm-hmm. So he unloads a bunch of rounds of ammunition.
Monkey Boy deflects them all with the magic pole.
And then he realizes, he knows Kung Fu. I can't fight him as the man from the West. I have to fight him as Sparkle Princess Boy.
As he tears off his poncho and reveals his glorious golden prince outfit.
I mean, I was sold.
With a jeweled...
It's
his
Drip.
Jeweled belt buckle.
And jeweled sword.
Drip appreciates Drip. That's all I can say.
His jeweled belt buckle looks legitimately like he's Sailor Moon and is about to punch in the dial to like get an extra power boost or something.
It worked. It was very effective. I honestly would probably tremble in that presence.
He is the one bandit Westwood.
And in this, he is exactly as competent as Monkey King is. And they're fighting hand-to-hand combat on top of an ancient ruin, going blow to blow, and they're like mirrored, matching, and then finally they connect each other with one punch of electrifying force, and all of us didn't know what was going to happen next.
They punch themselves into the video game dimension!
Y'all remember that moment from the Super Broly movie where they powered up so much they entered the purple dimension? Well, in this they entered the PS1 dimension!
Early PS1 dimension.
And we see, like, Reboot the Animated Series level of, like, polygon men fighting each other. One that is Goku and one that is Yamcha. And...
Okay, you can call Monkey Boy Goku, but Princess Sparkle Man, and I think for whatever you used before for Westwood, I think is more accurate. Yamcha would never have that level of trip.
Would never.
We can't let Yamcha have anything.
But yeah, the funniest thing is, like, the Kung Fu that Monkey Boy and Westwood were doing was actually, like, pretty decent, like, fighting-wise. They had, like, a bunch of acrobatic flips and stuff.
It was good wire fu.
Yeah. And then when they go to the PS1 dimension, suddenly all their Kung Fu sucks, and it's just them, like, spinning in place and punching. And I'm like, what a waste. Why would you do this? And then they punch again and it knocks them out into the real world. And then they fight a bit more. And
the entire time, the parrot and Pigsy are squealing at each other, and it's very annoying.
yeah,
My master will win! No, my brother will win!
yep.
That didn't need to be in the movie.
Nope.
Yep. And then the fight gets broken up because
Sito shows up and scares not Yamcha away.
by being hot.
Yep.
No, by being female.
By being female, and he
By
gets
being
very...
hot and female.
Yeah.
He gets very scared of women. But she's like, oh my god, he's so cute!
It's worth noting, when we got introduced to this version of Pigsy, we had also been introduced to the girl he had been chasing, which is Jade, which I think is supposed to be this movie's version of Chi-Chi.
She's here,
But, like,
she's present.
honestly, she's more Upa than she is any other character.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say she's Chi-Chi. I think she's just the plot device of this movie. She is the princess they have rescued.
Yeah, that's why I say she's more Upa, because they're gonna use the wish for her.
But with Westwood chased off by the powerful feminine energy of Sito, the gang settles down for some food, and they discuss the plot.
Good, because I'm lost.
And they say that, alright, so those bad alien men have taken some of the dragon pearls. We need more power so that we can defeat them. Who is the only one that can defeat them? I know, the Turtle Man, with his powerful kung fu and magic. Well, where is the Turtle Man? He lives on an island in the south. And this is overheard by Westwood and that blonde bitch from the aliens. They were both listening in.
That doesn't actually really come up until significantly later.
No, it doesn't. But you know what time it is? It's Roshi time, baby!
They directly adapt Roshi, and it's as bad as it seems.
It's gorgeous.
It's
I love
amazing.
it. I
Jacob's
love it.
wrong about this.
Jake's objectively wrong.
Wrong.
This is the best guy in the whole movie.
It's the best guy.
He's got the walk down, he's got moonwalk magic, and then starts 80s dancing.
I was aggressively mid on the entire movie. Like, okay, good wire fu, fun enough fights, but everything else is just I'm aggravated. Then Turtle Man, and the movie was magic from that point forward. I love you, Turtle Man.
Turtle Man is
Turtle
magic.
Man shoots lasers out of his hands.
Yeah, of course.
He hides in his shell multiple times.
Jacob, stop being a hater.
I don't
stop.
even know if I'm hating, I'm just perplexed.
But Westwood goes to Kame House before everybody else and says, hey, some guy's coming to fight you. Some guy's coming to fight me? Well, I better get ready to fight him. And then the rest of the gang shows up. Who's here to fight me? It can't be you, fatty, and it can't be these lovely ladies. Ooh. So it's gotta be you. Huh? I don't want to fight.
Oh, well, you're sure it isn't Sito?
I don't want to get my hands all over her.
Not in the fighting sense, but I'm not gonna be creepy old Mac. Not yet, anyway. But yeah. So then he goes, "Well, Westwood said you wanted to fight. Westwood, come out here." Oh no!
I don't want to be around girls.
Well, hold on. Both of you can't be liars, so one of you needs to be telling the truth. I have a way to tell the truth. Quick, I'm going to summon my magic cloud.
Dance, magic dance. Dance, magic dance.
We did cut out. There is a scene earlier where he summons the magic cloud.
And we have a boogie board chase sequence.
He shoots ropes out of his shell to capture it, and then, parasails off of it. Parasailing is the opposite. He's wakeboarding from a flying cloud.
Yeah.
Because the cloud won't carry him. Because it will not bear his impure thoughts. He wanted to use the cloud to search the four corners of the world for pretty girls.
Also, he had a turtle head when he first showed up, and then undid it.
Yeah.
I've forgotten about
That
that.
was a bit terrifying. I was afraid of this adaptation for about a hot second.
It's his turtle man magic, dude. You don't get it.
But yeah, he brings the magic cloud out. And then he's like, well, both of you hop up, and whoever's not allowed. And Westwood jumps up, and the cloud dissipates before he even, lands on it. Oh, well, you're definitely an awful liar.
You must be a delinquent.
Aww. Alright, kid, you get up there. Woohoo! Hey, the cloud's carrying me. I'm gonna ride it now. I'm Goku. Woo!
And then he flies around the world.
In 80 days.
Yep.
In 80 seconds.
Yeah.
Why, you ungrateful clown, you never listen to me like that! I spent so much time training you!
Wow, with this magic cloud, it will be so easy to find the remaining dragon pearls. You don't need to worry about that. I got one of them dragon pearls right here. But I ain't giving it up for nothing. Not even a pretty lady. And Seto's all immediately like, not even if I did sex things? Well, maybe. That is weird that you offered, but I am so lonely on this island, and I am a supporter of sex work. I have no qualms about that.
So what I want you to do is strip. Actually, I like you. I'm gonna give you a half off discount, just a tap.
And then it's literally the scene from Dragon Ball where this exact thing happens, but with Oolong doing the pat.
Yeah, it's the Fry Pan Mountain pat scene.
Yeah. So anyway, they have a great scene where they go into the hut with Oolong, and they negotiate for way too long. With Seto going like, no, you don't understand.
If you're able to turn into it, why should I strip for you? If you're able to turn into me, you can strip and do whatever you want.
You're right. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Piggy, you are an idiot.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure in the original Dragon Ball, Pigsy brings up or Oolong brings up that he can do that, and Bulma's like, no.
Yeah.
So it's quite the opposite, but whatever.
Bulma doesn't have those qualms in this, which fair.
Yeah. So
there's a great scene where he transforms into literally the same actor in a dress.
Yep.
Or in a Hawaii bikini kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then transforms into Seto, except even bigger boobies.
Yep. And it's a 90s movie, so that effect is done by cutting the footage on both sides, and it's very obvious.
Yep. So, Pigsy puts on a strip show for Roshi. He nuts instantly and gives them the Dragon Pearl.
There's no other way of going about this. That's literally what happened.
Also, Westwood had a Dragon Pearl and was cajoled into giving it to them.
Yeah,
so they've got 3 now.
He'd stolen it when he was a bandit and dug it up earlier. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Also, when we say he passed out, he literally went full on
Awooga!
Like Tex Avery Wolf, eyes bugging out of his head, and then fell over onto his turtle shell, where he proceeded to just go, I'm so happy I can barely move, such ecstasy! Which is where he remains, even as the aliens attack.
I mean, yeah, you just fulfilled his lifelong dream. You don't understand.
You showed him some titties, and he busted instantly, and that's it. All 500 years of cultivation down the drain. He put so much key into them shorts.
Yep.
So much magic.
So the aliens come, they shoot up everything, they blow up the house.
They blow up Kame House! It was such a cute little set!
Yep, and then the main crew manages to escape. Roshi's left on Turtle Man's left on the island, and then he gets over his post-nut clarity. He stands up, he realizes, oh wait, I'm super powerful! Don't you run away from my island! And he shoots 2 lasers into the sky and completely blows up two of the 5 ships who have been doing all this. Then the main ship turns around and just explodes him.
Yep.
It is an amazing special effect where there's 50 or 60 frames where you see they cut to the
Turtle Man had been standing there, and then he's not, and then here comes the grenade, and then
boom, goes off. Yeah.
It is worth noting that during the fight, Sito dropped the 3 Dragon Pearls, and the enemy collected them. So the enemy now has 6 of the 7 Dragon Pearls.
This will be an important plot point later, because the main villain is an idiot of the highest caliber.
Because
we'll get to it.
They already had one, and then they attacked Jade's village, and then they attacked Sparkle. And then they got the 3, which was Roshi's, Bulma's, and Yamcha's.
So you know what? After I have 6 of these, magical, possibly kinetic orbs, I'm going to ingest them.
We'll get to it, because it's time for the big final showdown. As they
where are we gonna find the last Dragon Pearl?
Well, you see, it turns out Pigsy had it the whole time!
Woohoo!
The pig fairy told him to keep it secret, but also that one day he would need to deliver it to Monkey Boy. So the reason that he became Blackface Pigman and chased down Jade to assault her was to put him in the path of Monkey Boy to complete the prophecy.
The prophecy?
Sure.
That
makes sense.
trauma is all part of the prophecy.
You almost got sexually assaulted by a pig man for the good of the universe.
Congratulations.
It's the most whoosish shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. Also, don't get confused. Jade isn't a character.
No, she's
Jade
not.
is a plot device.
She's here. She's just here.
Jade may as well be one of the Dragon Pearls, because she does not talk, nor does she even react to the other actors doing anything.
No, she does. She does occasionally yell, "Ma! Pa!"
Yeah.
In this scene, before this, she did nothing.
I mean, honestly, Bulma, whatever her name is.
Sito
is the one who chiefly interacts with her.
Yeah.
As her mouthpiece.
And by interacts, you mean talks for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just chaperones her, big sister, little sister, basically.
So anyway, they attack the village that is now full of soldiers. They do this by
just kind of running in.
Piggy transforms into Rambo and runs with a gun.
He transforms into Hambo.
He runs in bare-chested, man-titties jiggling, firing his gun.
Whoa. Do not sham this man.
It's glorious.
It is glorious.
Mm-hmm.
That gives Monkey Boy and Westwood the opening they need to go in and kung fu it up.
To go in and be about 5 feet ahead of Pigsy. I don't know what Pigsy accomplished, but it was cool.
He sure did.
Meanwhile, we have C2 and C2. This is code.
This is Code Geass.
We have Sito and Jade running through the village as well, hiding from the Terminator-looking guy.
Yeah, hiding from Terminator guy, because Westwood Pigsy and Monkey Boy are fighting Blonde Lady.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a good sequence, because honestly, it's one of the weaker Wire-Fu fights, but it's Wire-Fu fight against one of the big bads, and then the way that she is defeated
is Pigsy uses his gun and fills that with lead!
Literally, it's Monkey Boy and Westwood do a whole bunch of kung fu nonsense. They get pushed back because she's really good at fighting 2 opponents at once, and then Pigsy just shoots her 3 times, and it's literally just 3 bullet impacts, and we're like, that's weird, no one else has been affected by guns, and then she falls over dead. Blood
pouring out of her mouth.
Which is
a log.
It's also the first time...
Log.
Yep.
It's also the first time we see blood in this.
Yep. Very jarring.
Almost like they were saving all the blood packs for the last day of filming.
Yep. It's very jarring.
Actually, I really just want to know about this actress's rendition of filming.
Yeah, see what else she's done. But,
And this is not the last instance of extreme violence we'll see.
Yeah, because Sito and Turtle Man have to fight I'm Blue.
Dabba dee dabba die.
Die they do.
The little guy in a blue world, he and Turtle Man are fighting up a storm.
Oh, did we ever discuss the theory that he might be whatever Blue Man's
Blue
son?
Man and the blonde lady's son.
I don't want to think about it.
Because his skin is half blue is why.
That's in the
never
Power
explained.
Rangers lore. Like, if you read the Power Rangers comics that came out that were supplementary material to this, you'd find out that he's actually their son.
I don't like the idea of him being half blue because he's biracial between human and alien.
Look, genetics is a funny thing.
Remember those Punnett squares? Those Punnett squares? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that cross.
Anyway,
They fight him.
he and Turtle Man are fighting. Turtle Man is almost about to be defeated by getting choked out, then he gets thrown away for some reason, which gives Sito the opening she needs to grenade launch the f***er
And
blows him up.
They swap out the actor for like a
dummy.
cardboard box cutout of him, and they blow it the fuck up. He is just a pair of legs at the end.
Beautiful. But now for the final showdown, they go to fight the Wizard of Oz.
The Rangers have to band together to fight the BBEG.
They go to fight the Wizard of Oz. He's got Grandpa Sparkle, who he's been holding hostage this entire time.
Ineffectually, because he then threatens Grandpa Sparkle, and then it just gives him back.
Give me the Dragon Pearl or I will kill him. We'll never give you the Dragon Pearl.
Well, then you can have him, I guess.
Monkey Boy's just like, no, give him the Dragon Pearl. I want my grandpa. No, you idiot. He's just going to kill us if he has the Dragon Pearl. Monkey Boy, you idiot. He's just going to kill you if he has the Dragon Pearl. Kill me. Please kill me. And Oz is just like, man, and punches him, and that punches him to them. And they're like, quick, get his bindings off, because he has a blood pack in his mouth, so he's bleeding out the mouth, but doesn't die.
He just doesn't die.
Monkey Boy jumps at Oz, I think is his name, and gets lasered back. So now his blood pack is
Years.
activated.
And then they find out why they had to be fearful of Oz, because he was so powerful, as he makes all of the people of the village come back to life and walk towards them.
As zombies.
I'm
Well-
saying that's a great effect.
Hold on. He doesn't make them come back as zombies. He makes them come back and walk towards them where they go, oh, that's right, he can control them.
He
And
can
then
control the dead.
And then he makes them stop. And then he's like, now go! And they all raise their arms up like zombies at that point.
Before then, they're just rolling up like they're coming to the street fight.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good effect. It was very cheap, but I enjoyed it.
They had a lot of extras.
And then with the power of the Quinto Moon, Monkey Boy is able to break free of the zombie horde, bop Oz on the head, all the zombies drop like puppets with their strings cut.
So they're dead. Those were all corpses.
Yep. And then it's like, how do we defeat Oz? He's too powerful. Monkey Boy and Pigsy and Westwood are all fighting him at once, but they can't win. Well, you see, Turtle Man, when I was his captive, he took all 6 Dragon Pearls and hid them away in his stomach.
Smart guy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. If I just shoved my ball down his throat into his gullet,
He'll explode!
Turtle. You mean the Dragon Pearl, right?
oh shit, you're right.
Because, as we all know, when all 7 pearls are brought together, they explode to create the dragon.
I mean, based on how various renditions, I would believe that, yes, there would be some kind of kinetic reaction to them all being in one place.
Really, what I'm hearing is Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins predicted the ending of Dragon Ball GT.
Correct. Yes.
So Turtle runs up. So Turtle gets in a beam clash with him. Grandpa Sparkle adds more ki to win the beam clash. Then Turtle runs up and shoves the Dragon Pearl in Oz's mouth, and with the power of the magic pole,
It shoved down his throat.
Monkey Boy uses his pole to shove a ball down that alien's down that alien's throat,
Yep.
and he gags on it.
Yep, and then they all connect in his stomach, and he explodes, and that summons the dragon.
He gets tractor beamed into his spaceship and then explodes.
Yes.
So all the aliens are dead.
Yeah, sure, why not? I don't care.
Yeah.
And then
The
it
movie's
becomes-
almost over. I don't care.
And it becomes Shenlong. I mean, the Heavenly Dragon.
He's very gold.
Yep, and then they have a bit where everyone tries to say... the gold dragon is actually very snarky about this. You all have one wish, but make it snappy. I'm very bored. Do it right now.
And, Pigsy...
Pigsy and Roshi, both of them start saying something, and everyone, including Pigsy and Roshi, cover both of their mouths.
Well, they're all covering each other's mouths is the thing.
Yep. So that Jade can step forward and say, "Oh, mighty dragon, please, my wish is to have my village restored and peace returned with no monsters." Your wish is granted. As all the string cut puppets just Undertaker back up, and the day is saved.
I just
Yay.
wonder if they retain their memories, because maybe.
Probably.
Do they remember being zombies
Do they
and
remember
trying
death?
to strangle everybody?
Who knows?
Do they wake up horrified and be like, I have experienced death?
No.
There's a big hug between Village Chief, his wife, and Jade, and then Monkey Boy and Westwood have a final CGI fight in the PS1 land, and credits roll.
They're like, I have a wish. I want a rematch. Sure, they jump at each other and they jump into the PS1 dimension.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, just typical pro-tag friendships. How I envision them going.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So, favorite character, favorite fight. Turtle Man and anything Turtle Man did.
Correct. That is the correct answer. Everyone else's response is null and void.
Turtle Man is the best character in this by far.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's Turtle Man.
Good man, good boy.
I will say my favorite fight is Turtle Man versus the Magic Cloud, where he boogie boards. Only because we're pretty sure during that
He
accident
was badly
he
injured.
must have gotten this horrible scrape along one of his knees.
Yeah.
Because it's fresh and bleeding in another scene.
Yeah,
And then
he's
it
very
goes away
stabbed.
another scene later. You can tell what order the scenes were shot in.
He does his own stunts. I admire that.
You know what?
man.
Respect.
Yeah.
Favorite fight? I like the Monkey Boy versus Westwood fight. That was actually
That was
genuinely
pretty good.
That was genuinely good wire fu.
That tickled me.
And I'm not gonna lie, you talk about adapting characters and changing everything. I think Westwood is actually cooler than Yamcha. I think I'd rather genuinely have Westwood than Yamcha.
I think Snow White is cooler than Puar, because I
Yep.
remembered Snow White was a character.
Yeah.
Fair, I don't disagree with that either.
And with that brings us to the end of Nori November at long, long last.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yay!
I don't want it to end. I love it.
I'm glad we watched this and not Dragon Ball Evolution again.
Well, thank you everybody once again for tuning into the Over Manga Cast. As always, you can find us on all your social medias where we are at Over Manga Cast.
You can also find our suffering on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. We deserve it after that. Those episodes go up on a 2-week delay, so we also have overmangacast.com where you can also comment and maybe recommend good things, please.
And we appreciate reviews in any and all form, and I mean, come on. You've been listening to us this month. We deserve them. Go ahead.
5 stars.
5 stars. Write a comment. Do anything. Just tell us that this was worth it.
Give us the 5-star Dragon Pearl.
Stop!
We'll do our special moonwalk magic for it.
That'd be golden.
And Editing Sim in the future will put in what's happening next week.
Thank you, me from the past. Make sure to tune in next week where we're going to be reading More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers. Hell of a title. Chapters 1 through 12.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank God it's finally over.
I need a drink. I'll be back.
Y'all are haters. I love it. I'd go for round 2. Let's do this.